You're listening to Phoebe Green and the Locker of Destiny. Before I read the next chapter, I want to tell you about another book I wrote. This is called The Great White Bear. I'm really proud of this book. I really enjoyed writing it. I would say it's a little bit scarier than my other books, so maybe if you are the faint of heart, avoid this one, but if you like a scare, you might enjoy it. It's about a group of Canadian teenagers who go up north in Canada to look at polar bears. And they end up getting trapped in a manor house with a complete crazy owner and an enormous bear. Kind of fun book, The Great White Bear. You can get that on Amazon. All right, back to Phoebe Green. We are on chapter 27, the Postbox. Here we go. On a dry December afternoon, Phoebe, Jade and Alice jogged out of the school gates and into the field opposite. The day had come to post the letter which would tell Katie Green's parents to ignore the previous correspondence demanding school fees. Phoebe kept it tucked in her waistband and she could feel it tickling her stomach. As soon as the girls reached the woods, Phoebe broke off in a dash towards the nearby village. "Be quick!" Alice called after her. Miss Dawlish, the games mistress, would notice if the girls were unusually slow, so Phoebe ran like Jade was chasing her. By the time she made it to the village shop, her face was red, and she could barely get the words out between heaving breaths. "First class stamp, please," she said, bending over and leaning on her knees. The clerk pushed a single stamp across the metal counter, and Phoebe pushed back a coin donated by Alice. Her mouth was so dry that she could barely lick the stamp, so she wiped a bead of sweat from her forehead and used that to moisten the adhesive. With an unnecessarily strong push, she shoved the letter into the postbox and listened for the noise of it landing among the other mail. She turned to race back to the school, but as she did so, she ran into a customer leaving the village shop. Crash! A plastic bag split, and their shopping spilled onto the pavement. "I'm so sorry," she gasped, scrambling to pick up oranges before they rolled into the road. The man she had ploughed into crouched to help her. "Oh, it's you," he said. "Greenhouse girl." The blood drained from Phoebe's face. She had been caught leaving the school grounds by a member of staff. That was the worst case scenario. "Mr. Grayson, I'm so sorry. I just came to buy a stamp." His plastic bag had a huge split, so he started to push a tin of mackerel and a bruised apple into his coat pocket. "Shall I get you a new bag?" Phoebe offered. "Nah, you're all right," he said. "You get back to the cross-country track. Miss Perivale will have you cutting grass if she catches you out here." "So you won't say anything?" Phoebe said nervously. He chuckled. Phoebe put her head down and sprinted along the pavement towards the woods, where she found Alice and Jade playing thumb war. "I did it," she panted, "but I got busted. Let's go." By the time the girls made it to the finish line, Phoebe was ready to collapse. Miss Dawlish clicked her stopwatch and jotted down the time. "You girls need to work on your fitness," she said, shaking her head. "But you weren't the slowest, so be gone with you." Phoebe wondered how anyone could take even longer to complete the course, until she saw Megan and Chloe in the dunes, shouting at each other. "Leave me alone," Chloe yelled to her sister. "You're obsessed with her." "I'm obsessed," Megan snapped back. "As if." They stopped arguing when the Time Travel Club jogged along the path. "What?" Megan said, hand on hips. Phoebe said nothing and made a swift overtake. The next day, Phoebe came back to the dorm after supper to find Megan tearfully packing up her trunk. Chloe consoled her sister and wiped the tears from her face. "You'll only be next door," Chloe said. "Don't worry, and at Christmas we'll have Mum write a letter to Miss Perivale. She'll threaten to move us to a new school." "What's happening?" Phoebe asked. "As if you don't know," Megan said. She threw her lip balm and eye mask into her trunk. Chloe explained that Megan was moving next door. Miss Parsley had taken the twins aside and said that it was a difficult dynamic for everyone involved if two of the people in a group of 6 were sisters. She said that it would give the girls an opportunity to blossom as individuals. "I don't need to blossom," Megan railed. "I am not a tree." She pointed a finger at Phoebe as if it were a loaded gun. "You complained about us, didn't you?" she said. Phoebe put her hands up. "I really didn't, but you can believe what you want." "Oh, we will," Megan said. Chloe nodded. The twins carried Megan's trunk next door, and eventually Chloe returned alone. The first thing she did was yank her sheets and blanket off the bottom bunk and throw it onto the top one. Are you going to make that bottom one a beauty bed? Alice asked. I don't really need a beauty bed, Chloe said. I'll probably just leave it empty. Or you could take it, Phoebe, if you like.